One, two. One, two, three, 1, 2. Out there. Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Culm Music Performance Club. I think you're going to be in for a really good show tonight. And to kick us off, we have Hancock from Exeter. Round of applause for that. Thank you.
It's very nice to be here again. It's been a while. And very nice to be on such an esteemed bill as well. It's good to be on first, then I can sit down, have a drink and enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to start with a couple of songs that I'm doing at the moment with the new Hancock Quartet. You get the nude, only me version, which is quite scary because I haven't played it all night for a while. First one is a song that started off as a sort of an attempt to take the piss really out of two very annoying friends who are the agents of their own misery. But then I got a bit sentimental about it, and it's a bit nicer than that. This is called 1 to 10. Well, you've been round the block a few times and still he was never put off at the height of the hill. He'd set off at full tilt with his eyes on the mark, enjoying the thrill, the buzz and the spark. He said, "You think I'd see it coming? And I'd count 1 to 10 before telling all my friends I'm the happiest of men. I put all my eggs in one basket and then pretty soon I find I'm licking my wounds again. Pretty soon I find I'm licking my wounds again." Well, she learned not to clutter or fill up her space with the kind of stuff that others leave all over the place. She had no time for boxes full of papers or rags. Her entire life fitted into Samsonite bags. She said, "Whenever I find that I've come to depend on anybody else, I just count 1 to 10 before I break something I can never mend. Pretty soon I find I'm packing up again. Pretty soon I find I've packed my bags up again." So when life gets you down and drives you right round the bend, and you're trapped in a corner that you just can't defend, before you do or don't do what your friends recommend, make all the same mistakes again.
Okay, logic says I should follow that with a happy one, but I'm not going to. But it does get happier after this one, I promise. Next one is a bit of a story song, which came about two ways really. One was a challenge. I was out songwriting with my good friend Chris Osler from Exeter, and we were both stuck, and we decided to challenge each other with silly titles and see what we could come up with. And we did it just by spinning around, open our eyes, and the first thing we saw, that's what the title was. So he got the title Jam Jar Label, and I got The Baby's Head. And I couldn't write it. He wrote it in about 10 minutes. A couple of days later, I got a phone call from a friend that I used to know when I lived in the Middle East, Syrian friend, who was excited because he'd finally managed to get his family out of Syria. They'd been trapped in the civil war, and he'd managed to smuggle money in, and they'd used it to bribe their way out. And he was telling me the story, and the songs that came out of that. It has nothing to do with the truth. When I played him the song, he said, that's not what happened at all. But never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So this is The Baby's Head. Well, I made the arrangement through a government agent, and we told the kids that they could only take one of their toys, and we left after midnight, covered the baby's head so it wouldn't make too much noise. We rolled through the town, pushing the children's heads down and flinching at every sound of gunshots and grenades. Somehow we got to the border, and the guard winked and said, "Sword in order here," and my wife covered the baby's head with her hand as they lifted the barricade. You try explaining to a 7-year-old girl that she's just witnessed the end of her world, or convince a 5-year-old boy that his mother's tears are not his fault. The sound of our engine, the old women came running out, and they covered
that what she's witnessed is the end of her world, or convince a 5-year-old boy that his mother's tears are not his fault.
First another counting. But this is based on something that happened on holiday several years ago. It's been sitting in my mind. A very unpleasant spa resort in Spain. Watching this very faded, elegant couple of ladies who were clearly lifelong companions and clearly absolutely despised each other. And the friend I was with at the time, we sort of invented characters for them, which at the time called Gracia and Margarita, but has become it's Grace and Margaret. And this is called Comfortable Hatred.
For nearly 40 years now, these two old friends first followed, then sent, then ignored the latest trends. One bears a grudge and thinks the other one should make amends. Comfortable hatred that neither wants to end. Comfortable hatred that neither wants to end. Looking quite ridiculous in that sparkly evening gown. She shows her displeasure in the flicker of a frown, revealing her feelings in the flicker of a frown. Grace makes no attempt to hide what she thinks. As men a fraction of their age keep buying Margaret drinks, she's giggling like a city girl now as their champagne glasses clink. Margaret makes new friends, Grace just blinks. Margaret makes new friends, oh Grace just blinks. It never crosses Margaret's mind to rise to the constant provocation of Grace's tuts and sighs. There's steel in her heart, but only kindness in her eyes. Comfortable hatred is just part of any marriage she decides. Comfortable hatreds, just part of any marriage she decides. Last one is on the terrace at 2 a.m. Trying to keep straight faces as the manager complains. Then 3 pairs of eyebrows raise as Grace lets one off again. Margaret holds her aching sides, and Grace turns her head away and tries to hide the smile that's spreading behind her fan, while Margaret holds out her hand. Grace takes it. These 2 old friends help each other to stand.
Okay, I'll switch guitars. Can you on? It's a week of heroes and idols. On Sunday, I get to accompany the great Nick Jones in Exeter, who originally wasn't going to be able to play because his son wasn't available to accompany him. Who could possibly do it, I said. So that's going to be fun. But this song is about another hero. This is about Joni Mitchell. Any Joni Mitchell fans? Okay, me too. Cantankerous old cow she is though. Have you seen that interview on YouTube? Big long interview, about an hour and a half long, during which he manages to be charming, wise, cantankerous, bitchy. It's fascinating. But one thing she certainly is, at the age of 70, she's not quiet. She's got opinions and she's going to tell them. So this is called The Old Lady. The old lady with her hair piled high, breathing in the smoke she's surrounded by, fixing her questioner with her eye, still alive, no intention yet to just lie down and die. For what's the point in having views without an audience? Gonna hang on every word, both the wise and absurd. The old lady doesn't listen to her songs, well, except sometimes when her cleaner puts her CDs on. She'll give credit where credit's due, but she racks her brains for names to give it to. Well, Bob and Leonard, they wrote a bit.
skeleton, and that's it. Still has that toothy grin, and it still depends on the mood she's in. There's no way now she's ever going to sing or run her fingers up and down the strings. In LA she sits, surrounded by self-portraits, looking for a shoe that fits before the world forgets. The old lady with her head held high, fading into the smoke that she's surrounded by. Thank you. Okay, finish with this one? Yeah. So, one to finish with, this is my philosophical song. I often finish with. It's called Don't Expect It All to Make Sense, because it doesn't. Blood on my hands, my heart on my sleeve. I never made plans to get up and leave. Just a moment of madness, no attempt to deceive, but mixed in with the sadness, there's a sense of relief. The smile on my face is hanging by a thread. I hate the empty space next to me in my bed. I shot myself in the foot, got a spring in my step. When I knew you'd gone for good, the better I slept. So don't expect it all to make sense. Don't build up your defense when you're not in control. Just go with the road and put it down to experience. But don't expect it all to make sense. Don't sit on the fence when you're washed by the tide. Go along for the ride, oh don't hide, don't fall, don't expect it all to make sense.
Thank you, Greg Hancock. Just a few minutes before we get our guest artist on tonight. A couple of things. You notice it says toilets. Can I ask you not to use those toilets when the artists are on stage? There are other toilets on the other side of the building. Through the other side. Okay. One thing I didn't do, fire escapes, speak for themselves. One there, one there, one there, and the door you came in. Okay?
And Brian, where's the mustard toilet?